Hello and welcome to another mod showcase. Currently I'm building a fantasy Skyrim load order with a very Witcher style vibe, but all fantasy games need a secret add-on, a fun game to play alongside it. In Zelda you can fish, in Witcher you have Gwent, and Final Fantasy has a ton, such as Blitzball, Chocobo Racing or Triple Triad, and the later of these has been added into Skyrim. Today we'll be taking a look at the mod Triple Triad card game in Skyrim. Those of you who have played Final Fantasy VIII will be aware of this game already, and that's going to help a lot, as in Skyrim not much has changed other than the game now features cards based purely on Skyrim and the Elder Scrolls lore. You will need a few things to be able to play a game of Triple Triad: a board and 5 cards. To purchase these, simply go to a general goods store and check their miscellaneous section. There are other ways to get cards, but I will talk about those later. Once you've met the requirements, open up your inventory and select the board. This will now allow you to place cards inside the board. Now go find someone to play against. Most NPCs will be happy to play a game with you. All you need to do is talk to them and select the option, play a game of Triple Triad. The only time this option isn't available is if you're talking to an on-duty vendor or the weather is too bad. The rules are really very simple. Each card has 4 numbers on it. Each number corresponds to its placement's defense. For example, if the card has a 7 on top, the card placed above it will need to have an 8 or higher, depending on the rules that you've set up in the book in your inventory, which I highly suggest checking out, as you can determine rules, prizes, card trades and a whole manner of things. For the sake of this video, I'm only using the 1 card trade rule. Otherwise everything else is turned off. Please note I've had issues with hold location rules stopping the game from working properly, so I suggest you try a bunch of different options to see what fits you best. The way my rules are set up allow me to set the betting price and to win a card of my choice. In my opinion, this is the easiest and best way to set up and start from. Just be aware that losing means you will lose a card and some money. Beyond how fun the game is, I also really enjoyed the aspect of card collecting inside Skyrim. Picking up monsters or characters I recognised, and the feeling of excitement getting something brought me back to my childhood collecting Pokemon cards, because yes, I was really that cool. There's also a book that ticks off the cards you've collected, giving you the feeling of a chase in the game, which I think a fair amount of my subs might enjoy. Aside from buying packs at stores or victory over NPCs, you can also get cards and enemy loot, with bosses giving away their own cards, which is an amazing addition and a fun new reason to replay the game. Although if you have already beaten the game and then added this in, you'll be able to get those cards if you're lucky enough. For those curious, there are 111 cards to collect, with 27 unique character cards, which I'm sure you can imagine rank amongst the strongest cards. There is a list of characters who have special cards on the mod page, which I have linked in the description. This minigame has really added some amazing fun to my Skyrim. At first I was apprehensive due to the 133.4 megabyte size, which in fairness feels like a lot, but eventually I fell absolutely in love with it. It made me talk to NPCs I've ignored for the longest time, gave me a reason to speak to Nazim to see if I could wipe the smug look off his face before ending him. It might go down as the best NPC based mod. The game also comes with really funky music which I can't play for the sake of copyright, but I've been enjoying it whilst heavily binging this new minigame. And on that, I'm going to call it. As I've already said, I'm making a fantasy load order, so if you know anything that would fit that, reach out and let me know. As always, I really appreciate likes, comments and of course subscriptions. Either way, thank you for watching and I hope to see you in the next one.